Good morning. Oh, happy Sunday. What a warm couple days we've had. It's been amazing here in Western Newfoundland. Hopefully, you're experiencing it too. Broke out my shorts. Woo! That must mean something. Maybe I'm being a little too optimistic because we always get a little bit of sleet in June, but whatever. Gotta live it up while you can, right? So, today we're going to do a 60-minute flow and we're going to focus on opening up the legs and we're going to try on a couple balance postures later on. So, find a comfortable seat. You could prop yourself up on a block or a pillow. Get nice and cozy, ground through your sit bones, and sit up tall. Lengthen through your spine and the crown of your head. Nice long neck. Place your hands on your knees. Perhaps close your eyes. And begin to tune into your breath. Inhaling through your nose. Fill up your belly. Open the rib cage. And slowly exhale. Beginning to arrive on your mat. This is your time. And we'll do our 5-count breath with a 6-count exhale. So inhaling for 5 counts, holding at the top, and exhaling for 6. So begin, inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold at the top. Slowly exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that going. Feel free to extend your inhales or exhales. Solely focusing on the power of your breath, allowing it to guide you through your practice today, and knowing that this is where your energy and power comes from, and your ability to chill, calm down, focus, and restart. At any time, you can tap into your breath. A couple more rounds. And I invite you to move today with a mantra. I am full of life, strength, and possibility. So whenever your mind begins to wander today, bring yourself back gently to that affirmation. I am full of life, strength, and possibility. Bringing your hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And opening your eyes. Inhale, reach the hands up above the head. Exhale, make a big circle of the arms down to your sides. Inhale, draw the hands to heart center like there's a force between your hands. And exhale. Inhale, reach the palms up. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, slowly and powerfully draw your palms together. Exhale. One more, just like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, draw the hands together. And exhale. If you're up on a prop, you can take that away if you like. Bring it to the side. Place your hands on your knees and begin to draw circles with your spine, beginning to bring some fluidity into your body today. And as you move, link your breath with your movement. Perhaps as your chest goes forward, you inhale. As you draw back, exhale. And move the other way. And 2 more circles. And bring yourself back to center. Draw up through your spine, lengthen. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist over to your right. Place your left hand on the knee, the other hand behind you. Just looking over to the side, drawing up through your spine, opening through your chest. Inhale through center, lengthen long. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. I'm going a little bit faster now. Inhale, lengthen. And twist. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen long, holding here. And on the exhale, place your right hand or forearm on the ground. Bring yourself into a side stretch over to the right. Inhale, draw yourself up through center, reach. Exhale, palm or forearm down to the ground. Just follow your breath. A few more just like that. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Nice and gentle with your body as we begin to open up. And last one, inhale up. And exhale over. Inhale, reach up. And now lean forward, hinge from your hips, open chest, and place your fingertips on the ground. Just a little forward fold. Maybe your fingertips are on the wall with your palms lifted up. And begin to bring yourself back up to seated. Gently roll over your knees, finding your hands and knees on the ground. And make sure you're stacking your joints. So you want to have your shoulders over your wrists, fingers wide apart, pressing your knuckles into the ground with a little space underneath your palm. Your knees are just underneath your hips, and your toes could be tucked under if you like, or flat on the ground. Going into some cat-cows. Inhale, tilt your pelvis back, open your chest, gently looking up. Exhale, press through your palms, begin to curve your spine like a scared cat. Inhale, open to cow posture. Exhale to cat. Always linking your breath with the movement. Go at your own pace. Feel free to pause in one of these postures if you like. And finding your neutral spine, long neck. Begin to tilt your pelvis over like you're kicking your butt or your tail out to the left, and then look over your shoulder, your left shoulder, back at your invisible tail. Back through center, over to the other side. So you're kind of getting into a gentle little side stretch here. And a couple more just like that. And tuck your toes. Find downward facing dog, lifting your pelvis and your tailbone up towards the sky. That's the highest point of this upside down V. And since it's the beginning of the day, you may want to pedal out your legs and wake up the backs of those legs. And your fingers are wide apart, externally rotating the tops of your arm bones out. So as if you could, your left arm bone is going counterclockwise and your right arm bone is going clockwise. Don't know if that makes sense to you. Hopefully it does. Just a way to open up through your chest. Rolling your shoulders away from your ears. Nice long spine. Gazing towards your belly button or your knees. Inhale, look forward. On the exhale, begin to slowly step your way to the top of your mat. Hang here in Ragdoll Pose. Give yourself a little sway from side to side. Allow your arms to relax. Your head and neck relaxes forward. And feel free to give yourself that movement. Maybe you want to hold on to opposite elbows. That might help to bring you a little forward. Make you feel a bit heavier there. It's lovely. And relaxing your arms, your fingertips towards the ground. Begin to bend your knees and slowly roll inch by inch all the way up to the top. Give your shoulders a little roll here. A few times. And finding your Tadasana pose. So in Tadasana, your feet can be hip distance apart, or you could have big toes touching with a space between the heels. Either way, you just want your knees to be tracking over your toes. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Feel free to lower your knees at any time when we go to plank throughout practice. If you're going to flow through Chaturanga, rather than going straight into down dog, which is an option, just a little note, so take a look. If you're flowing from knees lifted in plank, you want to push through your toes and bring yourself forward, then begin to lower, coming to 90 degrees with those elbows, which are coming close to your sides, and then roll over your feet to upward dog, if you're going to go to upward dog rather than cobra. Inhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Hopefully I didn't torture you too long in plank with that. But it's nice to pause and just break some things down, because that's one that a lot of folks get confused with. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, roll on up, reach to the sky, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center. Finding Tadasana, your mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen, long neck. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale through Chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. So there's cobra right here. Pelvis is on the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll on up, building that heat. And exhale, hands through heart center. We'll go right back into it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale, preparing plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs. Take a deep breath here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Sigh it out. Walk your feet to the edges of your mat. Take your right hand, or take your left hand, actually move it closer to the center of your mat first. Then take your right hand and place it somewhere on that left leg. It could be high up if you find it's a little tricky to twist here, or bring your hand a little lower on the leg if you find you're feeling nice and twisty and flexible. Gently bend your right elbow as though you could pull your head through this hole underneath your left armpit. And inhale back to center. Place your right hand in the middle of the mat. Take your left hand, same thing. Place it on the right leg. And then gently bend your elbow. Give yourself a little twist. Inhale, come on back to your down dog. So walk your feet back to hip distance apart. Inhale, float your heels up and flow forward to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your chest. So you're here on the mat, one cheek on the ground. And place your fingertips just off the mat. So you're tenting your hands with the palms up. Your elbows are lifted up, creating a 90-degree angle with your arm. Place your forehead on the ground. And as you inhale, press through your fingertips and ripple your chest up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, ripple forward. Inhale, lift up, lifting your belly button off the ground, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, lower. Place your hands underneath your chest, tuck your toes, and maybe challenge yourself to lift right up to plank or go through your knees coming up to plank. And then find your downward facing dog. Walk your feet out. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. And begin to bend that knee. Open up the hips. So you're stacking your left hip over the right. It's like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Inhaling here. And exhale. And place that foot on the ground. Inhale, lift your heels, ripple forward, and lower your way down to your chest. Now, rather than doing those ripples up again, we're going to do a little quad stretch. So begin to come up onto your elbows and your forearms. Take your right forearm with the elbow underneath your shoulder. Begin to bring your right palm sort of parallel to the top of your mat, okay? Take your left hand and you're going to bend your left foot and reach for the foot. Now, a trick to this is press through your right elbow, lift your left hip first, grab the foot, pull it in to your bottom, and then slowly begin to lower your left hip point down to the ground. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. And if that's not enough for you and you know you have the flexibility, you could lower right down to your chest and take that foot into your bottom. Sometimes it helps to actually point your left elbow right up to the sky, and you take your palm and gently press it into the top of the foot. Take a deep breath. And this is an area that we often don't really quite hit with yoga, is our quads. But for some of the balance postures, it's really good to have flexibility through your legs. And we're going to be jumping into Sugarcane Pose soon. And this, you'll really appreciate this stretch for that. When you're ready, gently let go of the foot, let it float on down. Bring yourself down to your chest if you're not already there. Walk your fingertips just off the mat. Inhale, lift your chest, ripple up. Exhale, fold forward. Tuck your toes, place your hands underneath your shoulders, and find your way up to plank. And then downward dog. Walk out your feet. Find any movement you like here. Maybe do a horse breath. So inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, and fluttering your lips like a horse. It looks funny and it sounds funny, but it's nice for relaxing through your face. And finding stillness in your down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open up through your hip. You're stacking your right hip on top of the left, pressing equally into your palms. At the bottom of your next exhale, place your foot on the ground, finding your down dog. Inhale, ripple forward. We're going into that stretch on the other side, lowering your way all the way to your chest. You begin to sit on up, placing your forearms on the ground, and make sure your left elbow is underneath your shoulder. Begin to bring your left palm over to the right. So it's perpendicular. No, it's not perpendicular. It's parallel to the top of your mat. Bend your right foot. Lift your right hip point up. Grab the top of that foot. Pull the foot and heel into your bottom. And then slowly ease your right hip point down. Feeling it? Oh yeah. And feel free to stay here or lower your way to your chest. Perhaps you're pointing your right elbow up to the sky as you press down on the foot. And on your next exhale, release the foot, place it on the mat. Place your fingertips just off to the sides, forehead on the ground, and inhale, ripple yourself up, chest opener. Exhale down. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Inhale, press through your plank and all the way to down dog. Take a deep breath here, in through your nose, and sigh out through your mouth. Inhale, looking forward. Bring your toes to touch, actually, your big toes to touch in the middle of your mat. Bend your knees. Now, this is how you prepare to jump forward. looking ahead, inhale. And on the exhale, you might hop forward. And if you don't quite get there, you could do little bunny hops right to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll on up, reach those arms wide to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, let's go again. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, find your downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. This time, if you wish to find rock star, begin to point your left toes over to the right. So you're coming up onto the ball of your left foot and reaching your right leg out if you like. Lifting your hips to the sky and lengthening that left arm back behind you. Oh, yeah. And on the exhale, place your left hand on the ground. Find your way to 3-limb down dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Of course, Sophie, my cat, wants to come on in. Yes. No. So she's going to scratch all the furniture now while I'm busy. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open up through the hip. Feel free to stay right here or drop that foot back, finding your rock star, lifting through your hips, up on the ball of that right foot, looking to the sky or the wall behind you. Right hand reaches nice and long, lengthen. On the exhale, place that right hand on the ground. Find 3-limb down dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the ground and find a much deserved child's pose. Hips to heels, reaching your arms forward. And take 3 deep breaths here, allowing the breath to allow you to open up through your back. And coming forward onto your hands, tuck your toes, finding downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, hover in plank. Inhale, shoot that leg back. Exhale, that knee is going to cross the body over to your left elbow. Inhale, shoot the leg back. Exhale, the right knee comes to the right elbow as you hover in plank. Point that toe, be nice and active through your feet. And inhale, shoot the leg back. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Coming into your crescent pose, sweeping those arms up as you root the feet down and rise on up. Check in with your alignment here. So your hip points, your hip points are equal, pointed forward. Bending into that right knee, which is right over your ankle. If you find it kind of tippy here, you might want to widen your feet, widen your stance. Press your back heel back, so you straighten through the back leg. Zip up through the belly, lift high, navel to spine. And then begin to sink the hips as you lift the arms up. Take a couple of deep breaths. And on your exhale, bring your hands through heart center, tilt forward, and begin to twist over to the right, taking your left elbow over the thigh. So you're pressing your left elbow into the thigh, pressing your palms together, bringing your chest into line with your hands at heart center. Opening nice and wide through your chest. Inhale back to center. Frame your foot. Root your left hand into the mat. Inhale, sweep the right arm to the sky. Exhale, dive that right hand under the leg as you kind of curve your spine here, like you're in cat posture. Inhale, open up. Exhale, dive under. One more. Inhale, open up, twist it out, powerful through your arms. Exhale. Frame the foot. Step back to plank. Lower your way through a vinyasa if you want. Or we'll all land in downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, hover in plank. Inhale, shoot that leg back. Exhale, the knee is going to cross the body over to your right elbow. Inhale, shoot the leg back. Exhale, left elbow to left arm. And inhale, shoot your leg back. Inhale, step that left foot forward, preparing for crescent pose. Left knee over left ankle. Root through your feet, and then begin to float up. Arriving nice and strongly, navel to spine, hips equal, pointed forward. Press your back heel back, straighten the leg, sink a little lower. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale. On your next exhale, draw your hands through heart center. Tip forward, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist over to your left side. Place the right elbow over the thigh. Squeeze your hands together and twist. You've got this. Reminding yourself today that you are full of strength, life, and possibility. Inhale back to center. Place the hands on the ground. Root your right hand into the ground right underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, lift your left arm up, twisting it out. Exhale, curve your spine. Reach that left hand under the leg. Inhale, lift long. And exhale. Inhale, lift on up. Hold it here for a moment. Reach powerfully from end to end. You got it. Exhale, place the hand on the ground. Step back to plank. Lower your knees down. And let's go right on into puppy pose. So it's kind of like your child's pose, only your hips are lifted up over your knees. Hands are forward. Begin to sink your chest down, placing your forehead on the floor. Nose and chin might come down. Keeping your arms or your elbows lifted up off the ground. And think about opening through the chest, drawing your shoulder blades together. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale. Nourish yourself with the breath. On your next exhale, walk your hands back towards you. Prop yourself up. Hands on the ground. Toes tucked. Lift yourself up to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Bring your toes to touch. Bend your knees and take your hop forward or series of hops getting to your hands. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, bend your knees, coming into Utkatasana, fierce pose. So if your big toes are touching with space between your heels, you can press your legs together. If you prefer feet wide apart, just make sure your knees are tracking over your toes. Reaching your arms strongly up. Sink those hips a little lower. On your exhale, fold forward, straight legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, find your downward dog. And before we move on, just make sure that if you prefer to balance using a prop, have your prop handy at the top of your mat, okay? Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, hover in plank for a moment. Inhale, send that leg back. Exhale, step your right foot forward, preparing for Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2, lowering your back heel to the ground. Make sure you have heel to arch alignment, so your right heel is in line with the arch of your left foot. If you find that kind of unstable, you can widen your stance to have heel to heel alignment, and that'll make you feel more stable. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Warrior Two, landing here, nice and strong. Rolling your shoulders back, down, reaching your arms powerfully from end to end. Pressing into the left side of your left foot, so the outside edge. Lifting up through your belly, navel to spine, and looking over your right fingertips. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, Warrior Two. Exhale, side angle pose. We'll do that flow twice more. Inhaling through Warrior Two. Exhale. Finding your own rhythm. One more. And landing in your side angle pose. And you have a beautiful long line from the outside edge of your left foot pressing into the mat, up through your hips, which are opening up, chest is opening up, and your arm is either pointed to the front of the room or the top of your mat, or you can have it up above. Pressing your right shoulder away from your neck and your head. If you'd like to try on a bind, you can bend this top arm and find your right hip with the back of your left hand. I'm just going to turn around so you can see what that half bind looks like. And if you want to try on a full bind, first thing is to ask yourself, is my chest open when I'm in the posture? If your chest isn't open, it's a sign that you'll need to back off because there's no integrity in the posture. So your right hand reaches under your right leg. Find your fingertips and then begin to press your chest open, maintaining that bind. Chest is open. A couple more breaths right here at either one of those options. Inhale, release your bind if you have it. Straighten your front leg. Walk your back foot in just a smidge. So your feet are about 3 feet apart. Going into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Think about lifting up through your belly, through your spine, crown of the head, and then tilting forward from your upper body. Coming into Trikonasana with your hand either on your ankle, maybe on a block at any level here, or perhaps your fingertips are on the ground. Once again, you just want to make sure that your chest is open. And we're going to prepare to fly. So if you are using a prop, just have it handy up at the top of the mat. Begin to come on up into your warrior 2 and step forward. Find your prop with your fingertips if you're going to use it, and then begin to power up your back leg. I'm just going to move myself back here so you can see me. Powering up your back leg means you are active right through that whole leg, right to the heel, as though you're shooting light, a laser beam from your left heel. Turning your hips out, finding half moon pose. So your left hip is stacked on top of your right. And you might have your right hand resting on the block or fingertips on the ground. Opening up, lifting your left leg up to the sky. Your left knee and left toes are pointed out at the wall. If you'd like, here's where we're going to try on Sugarcane Pose, Ardha Chandra Chapasana. So you're bending your back or your left foot, finding it with your right hand, or your left hand, sorry. Left hand holds left foot, bending that knee, and then begin to press your foot into your hand. That's going to help lift you up a little more. And then, as you're looking at something nice and still, your gaze point will help you balance. Think about taking your right hand off the floor or the block and placing your palm over your heart. And if you fall out of it, it's no big deal. It's just yoga. When you're ready, place your hand back on the ground, release your foot, and slowly make your way back to your warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Parallel your feet through the long edge of your mat. Find your hands behind you, clasp them together. Roll your shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Lift your arms up to the sky. Releasing your hands. Walk yourself back to the top of your mat. So you're in a little lunge here. Place your hands on the ground. Step back to downward facing dog. Give yourself a little walk here. You might be feeling a bit more flexible now that we've heated things up. And lifting your hips up to the sky. Inhale, drink in that breath. And exhale, let it all go. And we're going to dive into the other side. Inhaling your left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, hover in plank. Inhale, shoot the leg back, 3-limb down dog. Exhale, step your left foot forward, preparing for warrior 2 on this side. I'm going to turn myself around so you can see me a little bit better. So checking in with your feet first. Your right or your left heel is in line with either the arch of your right foot or the heel if you need more stability. Your left knee is over the ankle. When you have those things in place, inhale, ground through your feet and lift on up. Warrior two. Pressing through the outer edge of your right foot, lifting strongly through your center, powerful arms reaching from end to end. Gazing over your left fingertips. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, peaceful. And just follow your breath. Go as slow or fast as you like. And when you're finished, we will land in side angle pose. So trying on either regular side angle right here with the right arm up towards the sky, or reaching your fingertips to the front of the room. Thinking about becoming a beautiful line of energy, pressing the outside edge of your right foot into the mat, rotating open through your right hip, through your rib cage and your chest. And perhaps you want to try on your half bind, bending your right elbow and finding your left hip with the palm of your fingertips. If that feels nice and open through your chest, feel free to try on your full bind, reaching your left hand underneath the left leg, pressing your chest open when your fingertips meet. And just ask yourself, is this serving me well? Sometimes in yoga, our ego gets the best of us, and we're just like, I need to have the posture, I need to do it. But it's just not going to serve you well to do it today, but you can work towards it. And it's not about looking a certain way. It's all about how you feel. Take a deep breath. And exhale. And release your hands. Reach on up to your warrior two. Walk your back foot or your right foot in a little bit, a smidge, straightening your front leg, preparing for Trikonasana. Lifting up through your center, hinging forward with the rib cage, finding Trikonasana with your left hand, either on your ankle or on your block or fingertips on the ground. Really just depends on how open your chest is. One more breath. And exhale, let it go. And we're going to go into our balance poses now. So place your block up at the top of your mat if you're going to use one. Coming on up, hinging forward, walk your back foot in just a little bit. Now think about powering up through this right leg as you begin to lift it up and reach for the ground or your block. And lifting up your right leg nice and powerfully, flexing your foot, pressing your heel towards the back of the room, rotating your right hip open over to the right side. Right knee and right toes are pointed out to the wall. And if you want to try on Sugarcane Pose, bend your right knee, find it with your right hand, begin to press that foot into your palm, and then feel free to experiment with lifting your left hand to your heart. And if you wobble, that's perfectly normal. Something to work towards. When you're ready, place your hand on the block, release your foot, and slowly place that foot on the ground. Woo. Straightening your front leg, rotating yourself over so you're paralleling your feet, roll your chest open. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. And just relax here. Feel free to find any movement you like, giving yourself a little sway from side to side. And we're going to start to cool things down a little bit. And to walk yourself to the top of your mat. Step your left foot forward and hang in Ragdoll. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And we're going to begin to slowly come on down to seated. Do a couple really nice stretches before we relax. So reach your feet out in front of you into a forward fold, reaching your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, grab your ankles or your feet. Maybe you're holding on to a strap and you've got that around your feet. And then on your inhale, lift on up. Bend your right knee. Place the foot on the thigh. Flex your left foot. Inhale. Exhale, reach for the ankle or the foot. Inhale, walk those hands up. Place your right hand on the right side, just next to your hip. Inhale, sweep your left arm out in front of you. Start to rise up, lifting your hips, coming onto your right shin. Lifting up, little gentle back bend. Exhale, lower down. Switching up those feet, left foot on the right thigh. Reach your arms up and exhale forward, finding your ankle or perhaps your foot. And rise on up on your inhale. Left hand comes to your side. Inhale, sweep your right arm in front of you. Rise up, lift those hips, gentle back bend. Exhale, come on down. We're going to go into fire log pose. So I'll give you a couple of options here. You might want to have a pillow or a block handy. Take your left foot and place it over your right knee, just kind of above the knee actually. Flexing your feet, kind of stacking your shins. If you find yourself kind of hunching here, you may want to put something underneath your bottom to give yourself a little height there. So you're flexing your feet. If this feels uncomfortable, you may want to place a block just between your left leg and the right foot. Up on your fingertips, lengthen through your spine, in the back of your head. And if you like, if it's available to you, perhaps you want to begin folding forward. The this one can certainly be tricky. So you want to take some nice deep breaths here, right into those areas of tension. On your next inhale, begin to sit on up. Take your feet down to the ground and windshield wipe the legs from side to side before we jump into the other side. Coming to your sit bones, sitting up nice and tall, maybe placing something underneath your bottom, and stacking your right foot on top of the left knee thigh area. So your shins are stacked on top of each other. Feet are flexed. That helps protect your knees. Maybe placing a block there between the top knee and the foot. Sitting up tall. Inhale here. And if you like, exhale and hinge forward. Finding that little area, that little sensitive spot where you might want to stretch and breathe in to some tension. One more deep breath here, in through your nose and sigh out through your mouth. Inhale, sit up tall. Place your feet on the ground and gently windshield wipe the legs from side to side. Sitting up tall, reach those arms out in front of you. We're going to prepare for Shavasana now. If you'd prefer to stay sitting up in meditation, I invite you to simply do that. Maybe put on a layer, sit up on a pillow. And if you're going to go right on into Shavasana, slowly bring yourself down to the ground. It's just going to be a short 2 minutes to gather and enjoy the feeling of that post-yoga practice. It's an important moment to absorb the benefits of this time that you spent on the mat. And we opened with very intentionally tuning into the breath. And that's how we'll also close. And so I invite you to do your breath counts here. Inhaling for a count of 5. Exhaling for a count of 6. This is where you can tap into your parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. Moving into your day with peace and balance. And if you'd like to stay in meditation or Shavasana, the video will end on its own, so no need to worry. If you're ready to come out of your practice, I invite you to come to seated. Bring your hands to heart center, closing down your eyes. Coming back to our affirmation. I am full of life, strength, and possibility. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let it go. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. And if you have any questions, yoga requests, or simply a comment to say hi, that would be just lovely. You can find me on the Facebook page, Peak Yoga. Have a wonderful day, guys. Take care.